vanaand. Die setpiece, ons is hier, is Woensdag aand. Baie dankie dat jy jou koffie uitgesorteer het. Kinders is in die bad uitgesort. Hulle is reg vir ons. And then greetings to everyone. We greet the whole country. We greet the people that always supports us. GSN, ons is hier vir julle. G-Sports, thank you very much. Ari Consulting. And then a gentleman that he travels the Boland. Boys Eye, DBS. The Minister of Paul, as well as in the studio tonight, Lucian Cheskipido. Lucian?
Hallelujah, JP, jy het nou hy woorde gebruik voor die show begin het. This is the day that the Lord has made and we will rejoice and we will be glad in it. Weet jy wat, JP? 'n Man gaan deur so baie goed deur 'n week, deur 'n dag. You know, en dan kom 'n man by 'n situasie waar mense nou moet, you know, die kameras is aan en mense doen en ons moet nou net opgewakker wees man en maak nie saak wat deur die dag gebeur het. Ek sê dit ook so baie vir die ouens op die rugbyveld. You know, maak nie saak wat gebeur het buite nie. As jy hier by die oefenveld aankom of jy kom by die rugbyveld aan, skakel hy goed uit. Dit is 'n geleentheid om 'n uitklaatklip van die veld te maak. Selfs met julle wat vanaand ingeskakel is. Sê vir ons waarvan af julle kyk, sê aan wie julle kyk, sê vir watter klub jy support, watter span jy support. Maar dit is 'n geleentheid om 'n uitklaatklip te wees waar mense net lekker kom en rugby kom gesels.
Lucian, ek moet die oomblik gebruik. Die oomblik het gekom. Ek vat hom, ek gebruik hom. Dawie is nie eens mismoedig. Ons stel vir jou op. Ons stel vir jou net so hier lekker op. Ons lig vir jou op vanaand dat dinge gaan beter raak. Your future is going to be bright, it's going to be better. Moenie voel dat als gee op, jy's moedeloos, jy kan nie meer nie. Ons praat vir jou moed in vanaand. En ja, weet jy waar is jy? Jy's op die setpiece. Ons is hier vir jou. GSN, Lucian, wat het rugby gebeur? Die naweek het gebeur. Van jou kant af, hoe dinge geloop?
JP natuurlik het Newtons die naweek gespeel teen Saron. Ek was daar betrokke gewees, regtig baie goeie dag gewees van rugby deur die Newtons manne. Ek het sommer afgerig by die derde span ook. En dit is amazing om te sien die jong talent wat in 'n derde span rondhardloop. Ek sê vir die ouens na die tyd, weet jy wat, hier's manne wat hier so rondloop wat first team kan speel, you know. En dit wys vir jou die diepte van rugby wat in Suid-Afrika is. Ek praat saam met een van die chess coaches, jy het nog gesê Lucian Cheskipido. Ek praat saam met een van die chess coaches terwyl ons hierna toe ry en ons gesels net oor waar staan Suid-Afrika in terme van rugby en ek sê vir hom Suid-Afrika is die beste rugbyland in die wêreld, ongetwyfeld. Ek bedoel as jy net gaan kyk na die diepte van hoeveel mense speel rugby, nie net in die Boland nie, maar in Oos-London, in Gauteng, in KwaZulu-Natal. Oral waar jy kyk is daar rugby wat gespeel word. En om te sien vir my JP, om te sien 'n derde span ou het die in 'n Newton stry, het die kwaliteit om 'n eerste span te kan maak en nog aan te kan gaan. Ek bedoel rugby in Suid-Afrika gesond en my naweek met wat rugby betref regtig baie goed gewees. Hoe was dit jou kant?
Ek sien vir hulle was hulle. Ek is te vinnig vir die kameraman, maar ek sien vir julle. Baie belangrik, maak seker jy share die link. Deel dit met die gemeenskap, deel dit met die mense. Daar's kwaliteit wat op die sitplekke is en in die skerms is daar nog baie kwaliteit wat gaan kom. Van my kant af, Lucian, ek voel so my foon spring op en af. En ek voel die mense wil gegroet word.
Ja, ding is
besig om mense groet.
Ding is besig om te gebeur. Morney Henry Moses sê good evening. Morney, goed om jou te sien. Mario Kok sê goeienaand broeders. Hoe gaan dit Mario? All is well vanaand. Mario natuurlik 'n speler daar by Newtons, 'n man wat 'n legende is daar so by die klub. Lekker om vir jou te sien ingeskakel is. Mario, FJ Peterson.
Ek vat gou vir FJ hierso, JP goeienaand. Leer ek groet vir jou man. Ons is op die socials, ons is besig. Groet vir jou Frans, hoop dit gaan goed jou kant. Dan het ons hierso vir Hendrik, hoe spreek ek haar eerste naam uit?
Anthony, ja.
As jy seker as jy spel vir die Hendrik net seker maak. Is dit Anthony of Anthea?
Anthony, ek dink daar's 'n een by.
Quality man, tik vir ons lekker al dat ons kan sê so
maar weet jy wat sy ek dink as sy wat sy quality haar doen, sy tag haar vriende om te sê, weet jy wat, kom kyk die setpiece, die vaste faset, baie belangrik. JP, ek dink die mense verstaan hoe belangrik die vaste faset is. As ons kyk in 'n terme van rugby nie, die vaste faset gee vir jou 'n geleentheid om weer dinge te gaan set, weer te refocus, weer te readjust. Selfs met vanaand, die vaste faset, die setpiece, die talkshow, is 'n kans om net weer te reset, weer te rethink, weer te regroup, weer te recover en weer in te plak.
Baie belangrik, dan het ons hierso, ons sien vir Dis vir my Lucian Kippie, daar is op Byron Kammies.
Sê, was die kamies.
Groet vir jou.
Lekker
En
om te
dan
sien.
Christopher Hess, goeienaand manne. Arno Bierman Johnson. Ons groet vir jou kollega, 'n man wat daar 'n bietjie in die Robertson sy dinge doen. Robertson Rangers, groot verskil.
Okay.
Dis 'n ander Robertson.
Ja, is twee Roberts.
Maar die manne deel mekaar. So 2 jaar by jou, 2 jaar by my. Hulle deel mekaar so. Maar anyway, ja, so hier toe ons vir Medwin Peterson, hy groet.
Lekker met die.
Toupark se manne, Daniello Leens. Goeienaand.
Hy sien er as dal uit.
Uit die Lemoenekamp.
Ja, kyk, Daniello, ek weet nie wat het gebeur nie.
As hy Bishop se bierman.
Ja, kyk, Newton was veronderstel om teen Citrusdal te speel die
Nee,
naweek wat kom.
moenie so sê nie.
Maar Citrusdal het
Ek
besluit
hoor die
hulle gaan
lemoene het van die
cancel.
bakkie afgeval.
Lyk my die lemoene het bietjie rondgeval. Maar ons sien uit vir uitrip, maar sterkte vir Citrusdal ook daar so aan van ons kant af natuurlik die Noordweste.
Ja.
Een van die sterk spanne in die Noordweste Citrusdal so. Ja, sterkte. Lekker om te sien Daniello. Goeienaand vir jou ook.
Almal is hier, maar ja, dis Lemoeneland. Lucian, so jy sê die week tot dusver baie aktiwiteite wat aangaan, is daar goed beplanning vir jou. Wat is op die tafel rugby gewys? Hoe gaan dit daar by die Bombellas? Alles alright? Het jy al 'n nuwe song of steek julle nog by daai ene?
JP Bombellas. Ek wil net sê dat my hart is blou.
Dis 'n bombie.
Hoorie, ons kom sterk, ons gaan sterk deurkom regtig. Ons oefen hard, ons werk hard as die ouens sit die werk agter die skerms en jy weet soos wat ons lese stil en doen, JP.
Ja.
En hierdie jaar wil ons 'n wapen van lig wees. So dit is wat ons gaan doen. Ons wil hy swaarde uitdaal en ons wil 'n wapen van lig hier buite wees. Ons wil rugby gebruik om mense nader na die Here toe te bring te wys jy kan jou talent gebruik om vir God te eer en vir God te verheerlik deur dit. Maar anders as dit natuurlik, hulle het gepraat van die skaak kompetisie wat afkom. Die skaak loop is nog nie skaakmatie, maar nee, die koning is nog lewendig.
Yes.
Jy weet wanneer as jy 'n checkmate, dit beteken die king is gecheck. So die koning is nog lewendig en ons move vorentoe JP. En aan jou kant, ek sien sy was bietjie by 'n Varsity Cup game maar gewees, UWC teen Wits, hoe daai geloop?
Ja, so voor ons daarop gaan, maak seker as daar enige vragies is vir jou. Daai vraag wat onder jou kussing sit vir 3 weke. Jy droom elke aand oor hom. Haal hom uit. Bring hom vir ons en gesels soos. Lucian was 'n bietjie al by die Varsity beker gewees gisteraand. Waar is ons nou? Jo, maandag aand. En atmosfeer, Lucian.
Waar is die Cup atmosfeer?
Atmosfeer. En hier's iemand wat ons nou op die set ook gaan bring. Maar hier's so 'n videoetjie man. Ek het gedink ek bring vir die mense iets.
Okay.
Jy kan ons nou nie
ek hoop jy die mense iets lekker gebring
Jy kan ons nou nie huis toe kom en dan koei Lia nie. Net dat die mense ietsie man. Daar's die UWC het mos 'n nuwe song. Het jy dit al gehoor al?
Ek wil net sê dat my hart. Is dit die eie
nie?
nie?
By die Bombellas. So ja, hy het 'n mic. Ons kan nie weer vir my mic gee nie asseblief. So kyk gou 'n bietjie hierso na die Varsity beker aksie en dan na daai is daar 'n span. Hy span het die grootste gees. En dan gaan ons iemand verwelkom hierso. Kyk gou hierna.
Yes, ja. Waarom? As Louis V, OPC en met op die mic. Ja, nice.
Monday night lights, enter operation. You just bring the vibe. Who's my boss? See you at the band.
Yeah, as Louis V, sending a big shout out to each and everyone at UWC that always come and support the sports. Shout out to the communities around UWs. What up? Es lekker om vir jou dat te speel. Dis lekker om vir jou dat te speel. Dis lekker om vir jou dat te speel. Hamba Judas, dis lekker om vir jou dat te speel. We
lekker om vir Newtowns te speel. Dis lekker om vir Newtowns te speel. Nee, ek grap, maar dis lekker om vir Newtowns te speel en natuurlik JP Kellerman was regstreeks daar so in hy was die Cup wedstryd tussen UWC en Wits wat gespeel wat daar was die Cup aan die gang JP en ons het baie interessante results gekry.
Ja, so nee, daar's lekker atmosfeer. Ons gaan nou 'n bietjie dieper gaan in die Varsity Cup. Maar daai vibe man. Daai vibe, daai energie. Die ouens dit was 'n tawwe dag op kantoor. Verstaan jy, die manne het buite gesit in die pavement. As jy sê dit was taf op kantoor, dit was taf. Maar kom maar by die stadium uit. 4de Maart CUT UWC. Ek het 'n geleentheid om bietjie te MC daarso. So kom uit meneer. Die dinge gaan loop. Hier is ons 'n videoetjie. Julle moet gou die dames kyk. Ons gaan hulle coach nou inbring. Kyk gou vinnig na die video.
Yes, yeah.
Can you trust in me? So just call me whenever you're lonely. I'll be your friend, I could be your home. Tell me what you want, and you should make me your girl.
Sy coach hy dames. Maar rugby gespeel. Beach touch aan die gang. Sy doen analise en sy sien jy dat daai world rugby courses wat jy nie na toe gaan nie, wat jy nie wil na toe gaan nie. Sy gaan level 1 gedoen. Level 2 gedoen. 15 7's, dis wie sy is. Dan kom sy wen 'n liga, maar dis nie waar dit stop nie. Gaan USA toe kwalifiseer vir die Varsity beker met haar dames. Ja, vanaand het ons UWC sy head coach van die Varsity beker, Anissa Adams. Jy's in die mix?
Evening, everyone who's tuned in.
Jy's in die mix, jy kan maar laat loop. Die mense luister weet jy gegroet. As jy hier.
Waaroor wil jy met ons praat? Ek sien Mario Kok het gesien nuwe reels kan jy.
Kan ek net daar gou op vir Mario reply? Mario Kok sê die nuwe reels kan julle my bietjie nog in diepte verduidelik met dit.
Okay,
Mario, kan ek jou dit sê?
Yes, even a bit.
As jy gestaan by die oefening was meneer, dan sou jy nou 'n baie
Is hy 'n
breë
banker? Het hy gebank?
Mario, hy sou 'n breë perspektief gehad het oor die nuwe reels. Maar obviously ons gaan later vir coach Molusi ook in het en ek dink die ouens in die Varsity Cup het first hand experience. Wat dit is met die nuwe reels.
En daar was strafskoppe gegee reeds.
Baie strafskoppe was uitgedeel is maandag aan. So coach Molusi gaan bietjie saam met ons chat
daaroor.
daaroor.
Dis geskiedenis hier langs jou. Anissa, eerstens, welkom by die setpiece. Hoe voel dit om hier te wees vanaand?
Is 'n baie wonderlike gevoel. Julle is baie gesellig. Ek sit hier langs die kant en lag vir julle grappies.
So yeah, Anissa, I think it's firstly, I touched a bit on your journey and your story. 3 years from now, going in reverse gear, woep, ons gaan agtertoe. As iemand vir jou gesê het, jy gaan 'n span vat, jy gaan kwalifiseer vir die Varsity beker, wat sou jy vir hulle gesê het?
Sure, we were 3 years ago and where we are now is a big difference. We spoke to the ladies about it earlier. We started off with just enough goals for a sevens team.
Sure.
And from where we started to where we are now, we've got about 60 players on book.
Sure.
48 registered
Dis
students.
almal meisies, né?
Yes, all females.
Sure, 60.
Yes, 60.
At one place,
One
club.
place, one team. We've currently got 48 registered students at the moment. So that is our pool we can choose from for Varsity Cup.
Sure.
It's been a long journey, tough journey, but we got there eventually.
Net gou hier is 'n paar leiers wat ons hier groet. Anissa is baie populêr. So is dit hier vir Emil Saros, Jason Apollos, Nancy daar. Hy wil net vir Lucian groet, so ons gaan net vir Lucian groet. Desmond Arendse, William Brink, Arnold Johnson, sê UWC, never die back your boytjies. Tyron Fuller, hy groet hierso, Mario Kok, maar jy het mos nog 'n bank, soos nou eers vir jou 'n bietjie skiep. Ronaldo Daniels en dan Kojo is ook hierso, hy groet van Nisha en dan Ruben Ruffel, leier wat amazing werk in rugby gedoen het, sê naand julle en Anissa sien uit na die goeie show. Lucian Kipido, gekwalifiseerde coach meneer. Wat sê jy daarvan?
JP gekwalifiseerde coach. I'm going to speak English with you Anissa. I see you enjoy. I can also speak some English if I
Ja, nie
if
vir
I do,
Lucian. As hy het gekies om Engels te praat, is ek gewees.
if I do decide to speak English a day, I can speak English really well. qualified English speaker. Anisha, kidding. Obviously, I saw you a few years ago at the. You were physio back then. I think you were a physio for our team. How did it happen that you made the transition? You're still practicing physiotherapy as well. I'm obviously going to be able to answer that. You went from being a physio now into the women's game coaching. You had kids, and obviously that as a coach, and lots of things can happen with regards to that. Just your journey and how you ventured from that to having a kid now, and now coaching a UWC head coach. And obviously we want to hear what is the plans for you as well going forward.
Okay, so firstly, I'm not a physiotherapist, just to clarify.
I thought you were.
Um, I'm a qualified medic. I was studying sports science back then at UWC.
Okay.
I did lots of different short courses, so that's obviously why I could do what I did. I did strapping courses, I did massaging courses. There's so many things that I have done. About 5 years ago, there wasn't much space for the ladies in coaching. When we did try, we were shut down, obviously.
Sure.
I did my levels back in 2017. I did my level 2 for
Nee,
sevens.
nee, ons moet nou stop.
Yeah.
Wag gou, laat ek gou teruggaan. 2017, you finished your level 2
Yeah, for sevens.
as a woman.
Yep.
As manne wat nou nog julle level 2 het.
Kan ons dit highlight and bold net daar so sit?
Yeah.
Because the understanding of the game, the planning, the prep, just on that topic, and not for anything, but we need to learn from each other. What does level 2 attain? Wat doen hulle in level 2? Wat leer hulle vir jou? Want jy het dit mos al tydjie terug geleer.
Ja, okay, so so 'n bietjie moeilik om te onthou wat hulle gedoen het by die sevens.
Okay,
But-
wat doen jy? Hoe lyk jou week, jou daglikse week, jou rugby week?
Sure.
Net ja, jy hoef nou nie vir ons as ons op high performance level meneer.
Yeah.
So as ek in 'n hele paar klubs hier in die skool sit, maar net die basiese dinge, verstaan jy waarna
Ja.
jy doen, waarop jy fokus met jou coaches, because you've got a lot of people
Yes.
working with you and under you.
So we are a high performance environment. So it's not just coaching, and obviously being the head coach is not just coaching. It's running different stuff. So I'm in charge of a lot of different staff. But holistically, for coaching wise, so our week looks like for currently, because we still
Yeah.
pre-season.
Yeah.
So we're training on a Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. They've got gym on a Monday and on a Tuesday before training. And then on Fridays, we've got recovery.
So in terms of coaching, like how do you plan your sessions, or how much time do you put in planning?
Okay, we put a lot of time in planning. So for example, if we've got gym on a Monday and it's upper body, we're not going to do lineouts.
Okay, jou wag, ons is nou hier in 6de keer.
Ja.
So julle kom net veld toe. Kyk ons jou ponytail is vas, jy's reg, ons gaan speel hier. You plan, and then based on your gym session, you work out what type of training
Yes.
sessions you're going to do. Why is that?
So we don't overload the players. So if you're going to jump upper body, your body's going to be tired by the time you get to the field. So it's not going to be a productive line-out session. So what we do is we do alternating days. So on a Monday it will be upper body gym, which means we do scrums on a Monday. On a Tuesday it will be lower body gym, which means we do line-outs. So that's all things we need to take into consideration when planning. Our planning is usually done about 3 weeks ahead of time, just to give ourselves enough time to sort out things.
Dus in Kipido, dis hoe level 2 coach klink meneer. Ek sê dit maar net.
Ja nee, ek hoor vir jou JP, and I can hear that you're speaking from a point of experience, Anisha, and it's good to hear that coming from a woman. And speaking about the women's game, obviously you need to be able to recruit players. You need to be able to get quality. How is your recruiting pool look? And can I ask this question? How does the money game look in terms of being able to recruit women to come and say, hey, come and play for UWC. We can give you a bursary or what? Does that exist in the women game at the moment?
Okay, so we don't have a set process in place. Currently, we go around to the tens tournaments, to the schools, wherever they're playing, we go watch games. Obviously, we approach players then. We do offer bursaries. There's different categories to it, but there's only a limited amount available. we don't give cash. We're not a university that
Yeah.
has the funding for that,
Yeah.
but we can assist you in different
Opportunity.
opportunities.
Yeah. So just quickly, I'm just gonna go backtrack because I know as 'n man van Vrystaat, hy klop aan die venster, hy wil inkom.
Hy klop aan die deur.
Ons gaan hy man inbring. So you last year in the beginning of the year, just take me through your process, what you guys put in place, how was it, and the reality, the amount of players you had, what you had to do, and then just throughout the year, because I know there was a highlight, and I mean there was history made. So just for the people that's not aware, because nowadays in media, ons vat shortcuts. Die goed gebeur as dit 'n artikel nie. En dan gebeur dit vir 6 maande, niemand daaroor geskryf nie. So ons moet dit vanaand op die setpiece net gou 'n bietjie oplig.
Okay, so how we ended up in Varsity Cup.
So
was-
just
yeah, yeah.
starting in the beginning of the year.
So we played USA Sevens, that was September side. We ended 6th overall. I'm speaking
And
under
before
prediction.
USA Sevens,
Yes.
what did you guys from
Okay,
the beginning of the
we
year?
played club rugby.
Okay.
There was, for the first time in a very long time, there was a Western Province Club Rugby League.
Okay, well done.
We played in Division 2. We in the top of the log, 10 games unbeaten.
Wag, ons het hulle 10 keer gespeel, uitgedraf, 10 keer gespeel, 10 keer gewen.
Yep.
Al 10 van hulle.
There was
Quality.
2 of the games that they didn't pitch, so but
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
the ones we played, we won.
Okay. Wow, well done.
From there, we went into USA. At USA, I think we ended 6th overall. So what they did is they removed the teams that were already in Varsity Cup, and
Yeah.
then the person that was left over on the first on the log, obviously got first preference
Yeah.
to be in Varsity Cup, which is
Yeah.
Pucker.
Yeah.
They couldn't fill the 15s team, and then obviously we were the second option, and we can fill the 15s.
So wag gou. Dit was nie 'n political story nie. Julle het gekwalify, julle het
Yes.
gespeel te qualify hulle vir Varsity Cup.
Yeah.
And what does that mean to the future of ladies and opportunity at the university to qualify for Varsity Cup?
Okay, so because we qualified for Varsity Cup, it opened up a lot more funding for the women's rugby in the university itself.
Yeah.
We could offer more bursaries to students, and then obviously just sidetracking a little bit. We have a great management behind us,
Yeah.
top management.
Yeah.
So for the first time, I think in history, because I don't know of a different university or maybe even club that does it, the girls have gone for personalized bra fittings at Storm Energy Cup. They've given
Sure.
us quite a substantial discount for
Yeah.
it.
Dit is baie belangrik. Ek het nou 'n bietjie daar gecoach met die dames. Comfortability, because you're playing a physical game.
Yeah.
There's a lot different stuff that you need to sort out. So those things, it might seem small.
Yeah, but it
But
makes a
it's
big
very
difference.
important.
It makes a big difference in the performance. Just an example is when we noticed what the issue was is when you get the players holding the ball in this hand, but then using the other arm to support their bust,
Wow.
which is an issue. So
Wow.
it affects your performance, it affects your playing ability, it affects your
Wow.
confidence.
Wow.
So that's the small things we are trying to fix
Ja,
besides the bigger picture.
hektiek. Het jy al aan gedink, meneer?
Ek dink nou sommer aan iets ek het nou iets heeltemal anders gedink.
Is jy nog hier met ons? Jy's hier so.
Ek het nou aan iets heeltemal anders ook gedink gepraat van obviously the female game is much different than the male game. The you know the hips also a bit broader and stuff. I was thinking now in terms of it might sound weird or strange, but say a girl is pregnant 5 months, you don't know it. How do you even know that? But sometimes they don't even know that they might be pregnant until 5 months. Now imagine getting tackled there in the stomach, you know. How do you... what
Dr.
is the-
Lucian aan die woord, Dr. Lucian.
what is the preventative measures to be able to discern these type of things?
Okay, so we've got a system at work. When the player first comes in, they need to go to the doc for medicals, and once they're cleared, they go to the physio, and then they see the bio for their
Yeah.
baseline testing.
Ja.
So there is a process in place, and then another thing we have started is period tracking. So we track the menstrual cycles, not for the pregnancy part of
Yeah.
it, but that it cancels out
Ja,
both.
Ja.
So it's got to do with when females are together for a long time, their menstrual cycles sink.
Sure.
So we can
Ek het dit daai
measure.
geweet. He.
Yeah, so we can measure that. Because I had a chat with a guy last year in Kimberley.
Ja, his
Gary.
name is Luandile Gary Makibi.
Yes.
Die mense ken vir hom, hulle ken vir Gary.
Yeah, a great guy. So you just brought it up again because I did bring it up early in the year, but it didn't go anywhere. But once he spoke to me, we knew that it was like something we needed to look into. The reason for it being is your ligaments in your knees and ankles are weaker during that time period.
Wag gou. Sê vir die mense, ek het gesien daai tannie het nou net daai suiker ingegooi. Sê gou weer, wat gebeur as jy basies in jou siklus is?
Yeah, so basically when you're in your cycle, your body releases a hormone so that your lining can shed. And that same hormone causes that you have weakness in your knees and ankles.
Sure.
Speaking under correction, obviously, if there is obviously proper medical
ja, so
terms
research
for it,
en
but
ja. Maar daai is
in
Afrikaans
layman's term,
of Engels, ja.
that's what it is.
Meneer, is jy alright? Die Education 101.
Sien jy JP, ek kom reg. Ek kom met die regte vrae. Ek is voorberei. Ek is ingelig.
Het jy huiswerk gedoen? Lucy het vanaand sy huiswerk gedoen.
Ja, ek sien dis lekker comments wat op die oomblik ook vloei. Ek moet sê dat Anisha is baie goeie comments vir jou op die oomblik. Hier's mense wat fire emojis maak, jy weet, en dit gaan goed. Is iemand wat lekker gekom het. Arnold Johnson sê 6de gee, ha. HPC levels en dan JR comment ook. JR natuurlik van JR se kone. Gaan kyk hy man se show uit Dr. Lucien Kibedu Eyster, lekker Jean-Paul Kellerman. Ek het 5 vroumense in my huis, just saying. Miskien gaan jy ook begin saam met hulle in jou cycle op dieselfde tyd gaan. JR, wat jy
So net gou vinnig, was die kappers mos aan die gang.
Ja.
En laas week het ons 'n Engelse man op die show gehad. En hy was af in UCT en hy het gespeel teen die man wat ons nou mee gaan gesels.
Ja.
So just quickly in terms of the next person we're going to introduce. 'n Pikkerman. Cheetahs toe gegaan. Hy het verskeie onder 19 onder 21 kompetisies baie goed gedoen, baie groot name gehad. Hy het top 40 die kan hy kompetisie vergeet, maar is so dis 'n top 14 kompetisie gewees waarin die Cheetahs gespeel het. Dit was voor die URC. Hy het daarin afgerig. Hy het ook Currie Cup afgerig. Daai tyd toe Jay White teruggekom het, toe hy die attack coach, manne soos Roscoe Spekman, Oom Frans Steyn, Rowan Pienaar, hy was maar net hulle coach. En hy het was die kap die hele tydjie afgerig, heiliglik by Shimlas, die agterlyn afrigter. Lot of respect, wealth of knowledge. Baie goeie Afrikaans. Molusium Tetwa, is jy in die huis?
Yeah, man. Good evening.
Sê vir die mense Afrikaans,
Sanibonani.
ek het nou net gesê, hoe goed praat jy Afrikaans?
Goeienaand. Yeah, no, you must touch all the languages. Protocol observed, man.
Malusi, eerstens, altyd goed om vir jou te hê, die eerste keer, was die beker, we're jumping straight into it, en ons gaan nou nog 'n bietjie raak in die reels, want dit is nog vars van laasweek af. Jy het maandag aangespeel in die UCT, hoe die dinge daar gegaan?
Whoa. Thank you very much for the opportunity, mate. Good evening, lady. And everyone who's listening, thank you so much. That was moeilijk, that was taai, but very, very nice game. Nice game of rugby. Very, very interesting. I think what happened a lot there was we had to get into a tennis battle. Just to cut it short, man, there was a tennis battle, and I think the players were prepared very well in terms of the tennis battle, because that's UCT's strategy to actually come down here and play less rugby or play in the right areas. We talk about playing in the right areas, and obviously it's always a pressure game. So we needed to get and have answers for the tennis battle. And I think my players, I prepared them very well, knowing how the Shimlas plays. We went a bit off that, just a bit off that, because if we allowed UCT to pin us at the back and not be able to come out of there with a plan, I mean, you can have a very big score. So cut it short, it was very nice. The score, I think in the 70-something minutes, the score was 29-all. I think it was 77th minute, somewhere there. And then typical Test rugby, and then we had a scrum that we got against us, and then we got a penalty against us, and then another penalty, and then the score was, I think there was a 6-point margin, and they won the game. But it was a beautiful game of rugby. Very nice to see that Varsity Cup can go to that level.
Net gou vinnig man, toe jy nou praat van die tennis, so sien ek die mense gaan Gerrards toe, hulle haal die rakette uit en hulle gaan nou veral ons in die Boland, ons ken nie van tennis speel op 'n rugbyveld nie. So tennis speel, net gou verduidelik, wat presies bedoel jy? Wat gebeur? Want jy het nou gesê Shimlas het afgewyk van hulle normale spel en die wat jy geweet het, Melusi het oorgevat by Swys de Bruin. So Swys het so nou en dan 'n bietjie ge-attack daar by die Shimlas. Hulle het laas jaar ook, ek weet van Matties gewen. Hulle het regtig vir 'n ander brand gespeel. And Melusi's also got a very attacking mindset. So just in terms of not playing the traditional way, preparing for UCT, tennis, what does that mean for the person sitting at home and just trying to understand this?
Well, no, tennis battle means that, it's actually the kicking game. But obviously, when the kicking game is being played, you kind of, it gets into a structure of more similar to a tennis game. I always say, man, when Nadal is playing Djokovic, I just make an example. When Nadal is playing Djokovic, the game is about 6 hours, right? Because they understand where the pressure is and how to consolidate.
Yeah.
So when Nadal is playing a junior guy, you will find it's 3 hours, and you might win the first set. You need to know why are you winning, and you need to know why the game is 3 hours. So in terms of that, that's where the tennis battle is coming from. And when we talk about the tennis battle, is the fact that you need to know where the pressure points are in terms of the kicking. You need to know how to consolidate and how to release the pressure. And that's what happened a bit of on Monday. Like I said, we did move away from the normal Shimla play, but the game forced us, UCT forced us to do that, because if you don't move a bit away from that, you're gonna get punished, because if you don't understand where the pressure is and where are the spaces and what happens when a kick is in front of forwards, when a kick is in front of back line, what is the best kick in front of forwards, what is the best kick in front of back line, and why do you need to find grass, for example? If you find grass, I speak about a player turning. When you find grass, there's anxiety. You need to know that when the ball goes over your head and you turn around, there's anxiety. But if I kick on you, what do I do? How do I put the pressure on you? So that, you will see in our game, they kicked one kick, we ran it up. No, we got the ball from the wing, we put it into the 15, a nice pass, he ran it, and all of a sudden, the kick chase was in front of the return kick chase, and we were held up, and that was a scrum for them. That is pressure. Now remember, the previous scrum for UCT was inside our 22, and they kicked deep into the back, and we started playing at the back. In our half, we got caught. Their scrum. Now the pressure point there is the forwards must work about 50 meters to scrum again.
So
the game turned.
Just quickly. So wat Melusi probeer sê, ek gaan gou Afrikaans praat. So hulle is in die 22. Ons bring vir julle kwaliteit. Nie vir ons onderskat hier, die kwaliteit is op pad. Ons is in die 22. Wat doen jy gewoonlik? You kick the ball out. You go for set piece. Why? Because you want set piece. They didn't want set piece. So wat doen hulle? Hulle skop die bal veld af. Nou die tennis is, jy skop die bal veld af, hulle skop terug. Dis wat in tennis gebeur. Ja. So wat nou hier gebeur het is, wat Melusi genoem het, hulle skop die bal, Shimlas receive, maar Shimlas attack. And then you get caught, and now suddenly there's a scrum or penalty 50 meters upfield. So that is when it's very, very technical. But for Melusi, I think, firstly, just in terms of the knowledge, the terminology, speaking about it, this is next level rugby. And it's only Varsity Cup. Ons is nie nou by die World Cup nie. Enigiets van jou, Lucian?
Yes, goeienaand, Coach Melusi.
Goeienaand, Lucian.
Lekker om weer te sien coach en lekker om te sien coach doen nog steeds die dinge in die rugby. Vir die wat nie weet nie, coach Malusi was daar toe ek onder 19 was by die Pik, was coach Malusi ook daar afrigter saam met ons. Coach Malusi, ons praat nou van die kicking game. Ons praat van die 50-22. Coach, ek het laas jaar die game gekyk tussen ek was live daar gewees tussen Simlas en CUT. Toe hy was 'n aanvallende game op sy beste gewees, coach. En is nogal sad om te hoor dat julle die bal teruggeskop, maar het die 50-22 reël enigiets daarmee te doen, coach, en hoe is julle besig, net vir die coaches wat ook ingeskakel is, hoe is julle besig om te probeer daai reël uitbuit en hoe verdedig julle dit?
Ja, kyk, Lucian, die hele ding gaan oor. As jy skop op my, dan gaan jy mos kant toe want jy wil die 50-22. You want to cover the 50-22 spaces. So if you kick, you drop to the side so that I can't kick 50-22. Okay, cool. So where's the next space then? So in the olden rugby, we always spoke about who comes skop in the middle. The latest space now is in the middle. Because if you go into the middle and the wing picks the ball up, not the 15, and the wing cannot kick and exit drag op die bal, dan kry ek 'n woer skop, dan is dit my lyn staan. En as jy begin hardloop, ek vang jou net. So if you go into the tennis battle, you need to understand those small things that if you gonna cover 50-22, wat ek wil daar skop sodat ek kan dit kry. If you cover it, where's the next space? So my players must know where's the space. That's why we speak about a tennis battle. So you will see this weekend, on Monday, we got a nice quick 50-22. Ma, the point, the origin point of the kick is very important. So as Lucian oorskop en ek vang die bal hier, ek moet weet in hierdie hoekie is oop want jy is besig om dat te cover. But if you kick from the corner there straight down, then I get into a tennis with you. You understand? So dis belangrik om dis 'n hele gesprek hierdie, dis 'n hele education where you need to sit down and say, listen, because if you want to kick and the kick is not educated, you're going to be under the post.
So
that's why I'm saying to you,
No, you can go.
So sorry. That's why if you look at last year, I played CUT UCT, massive score, but I lost Tyler Sefuor, so I could not get into the battle. Then Shimlas played in the semi-final, they got a 60. So I had to take a different angle this year and say, hey, let's get into the battle with these guys. And if you go watch the game on Monday, very beautiful game of rugby in terms of the battle. Because when I gave them the ball back, so what I'm trying to say, if you kick on me, I kick back to you where the ball came from. You know why I'm doing that? I say for you, Lucian, you try and do what you want me to do. Usually, what do we coach? We always coach a positive coaching. We're coaching what the others they're doing. Ma, you don't understand it. Why did people do that to you? But hoe gaan jy dit hanteer? So ek gee net die bal vir jou terug. Ek sê kyk, doen jy jou ding. Kom ons kyk. Nou jy weet nie wat om te doen nie. As jy hardloop, ek vang jou. So I speak about suffocate and strangle and all those kind of things. But yeah, just to cut it short, it's a whole complete setup. So the 50-22, we got it on Monday. Beautiful try we scored into the corner here. They kicked on us. We went straight back because the time must be limited to go straight back so that the Russian must not recover. So we scored into the corner there. It went 50-22. We ran into the ball. We took the ball. We couldn't play quick. They slowed it down, but we got a nice move there. And then we went wide. I think it was 3, 4, 5 phases we scored. But if you look at that in terms of tennis, to answer your question, one kick that traveled 70 meters, right? The field is 100 meters. So one kick travels 70 meters. We get it out. We can attack from that ball. So the forwards have saved energy. The forwards are happy because forwards want to go forward. But you as defense, you are going backwards. And then that's where we strangle and we suffocate you. And then we get 7 points in Varsity Cup, you know? So it's...
So, hy het hierdie kennis gekoop. Hy het hierdie kennis gesteel nie. Is sy kennis, kan jy hoor?
Ja,
Is
nou,
sy kennis uit
that's-
sy sak
That
uit?
JP, that is hoe ek vir this is how I know Coach Malusi, always enthusiastic, always he knows what he's talking about. So to all the listeners who are tuned in, please ask your questions while we have Coach Malusi on here. Please ask your questions. Coach Malus, we saw this Monday, moving away to a different rule now. We saw this Monday the new tackle law being implemented. I don't know exactly how your team was affected by it, but I saw in the Marty Spicker game just a little bit of drop in the height of the ball carrier, and it's a penalty against you. How do you prepare the players for both carrier and the tackler for the new tackle law?
Interesting, Lush. I just did a drill today because for me, it's all about what I've seen is if you're gonna go in contact and you're gonna dip your head. So if your head is facing down, sorry, it gives the ref an indication. Sorry, I'm just giving. I can't give stuff away anyway. But yeah, but it gives the indication that you are actually going straight down. So I say to the boys, listen, when you go into contact and you up there. Even if you're down, you're low, but because you look up, the ref sees a different combination. So it's all about a picture that you must, it's a picture that you must give. If you give a good picture, he sees the picture. But if you're gonna go in contact and you're gonna face down, for him from the side, it looks like your neck is going down. You actually on your way downwards. But if you look up and you're still down, you know, I mean, it gives a different picture to him, you know. And then obviously, so we've been working a lot on those things. It did affect us in the game. I think the first time when we had really momentum, one of the guys went straight and he went down, and then we were blown for that. I think it's for a good reason, for good protection. It's a huge step to adapt. Obviously for players, it's a huge direction to take. But it's for the best for the game, and we as coaches need to come up with solutions. You know, for me, it's just all about the solutions that we can come up with. And I think today, I had a couple of solutions that we can work around that area.
Coach Malusi, so Tomo, your opponent of Monday night, he spoke about the rhino horn. So the rhino horn, dis waarvoor hy praat. Net gou vinnig, Coach Anissa, so and you guys can ask one another questions. Kyk gou so, daar's mos nou kennis, jy kan gou vat net daar, gryp gou daar uit die skreen net daai kennis, vat jy dit UWC vrouens toe. Just in terms of your preparation now with the girls, because now it's a different scenario, you need to do contact, the law will also apply. Just from your side, how do you see it? How do they adapt? What do they think about this? Dink hulle nie daaraan nie?
I'm first going to steal what he said about the perception of painting the picture. I understand the deeper meaning in it. For the girls, I don't think it's a big adjustment as it is for the boys. A lot of the girls in our team, I think about 50 to 60%, have only been playing for 2 to 3 years. So they don't have that bad habits in them, if you could call them that, of dipping their heads. So it's easier, soos hulle sê, is makliker om 'n boompie te buig as 'n jonk is.
Yes.
So we are still in that beginning phases, so it's a little easier, in my opinion, to help the girls, because we're still teaching tackling, how to tackle, which side to
tackle
put your
technique
head.
and stuff, yeah.
It's a lot easier than having full grown males
Yeah.
that already played for the last
Harigad manne wat
10
hulle wat klaar eie wys is.
yeah, for the last 10, 15 years.
Yes.
To change those habits
Yes,
now.
Yes. So just a question to both of you. We're speaking about breaking barriers. So Malusi, for you coming into the game as a coach, hulle kyk die klein mannetjie, wat weet hy kan nie coach sien nie, hy try sy luck hierso. So just for you, encouragement and message and just in terms of your journey.
Sorry.
Yes?
Yeah, we're gonna chat about the journey, but Coach Malusi, chatting about the journey, I mean, if we go back to when I was 2010 at the Puck, you were coaching the B side at the Puck under 19. You went all the way to go coach at the Griquas. You coached at the Cheetahs. I mean, your journey is absolutely unbelievable. If you look at it from a coaching perspective, and somebody who would also want to coach on a higher level, your journey, coach, and the message to the young coaches that are tuned in here tonight, that also might have a vision and a dream and aspiration to be able to coach on a higher level.
Voordat jy aangaan en daar wat ek wil byvoeg is net, because also it's not easy. So obviously in terms of the achievement and stuff, like it's amazing, it's an inspiration. But just those challenges and the perceptions combined with Lucian's question, because you walk into the room, wat praat hy? Or your team is playing there, solid baggage master, what's your job? Is so, coach, we like it. And it's not a color thing. It's just sometimes a perception that people have. My vraag is, hoe lyk 'n goeie coach? Hoe lyk 'n goeie coach? You understand what I'm trying to say? So just in terms of, from your perspective, in this system, coming from PUK, going into the higher level, how has that been for you, and any message to, want mense quit, referees quit, spelers quit, because it's tough.
Yeah, thank you again for the opportunity, man. If I can be honest with you, I started coaching, I think I was still playing. I mean, when I was 21, I was still playing, and I started becoming a coach. And I think how it happened is, it was actually a funny thing, because I just wanted to stop rugby. I wanted to stop playing rugby at Paka. So, then the person that went to fetch me in Mpumalanga, that time it was Hannes Estres, and he said to me, listen, if you stop playing, your bursary will stop paying out. And man, as a guy, you don't have money, you're poor, you don't have money to pay your own studies. And he said to me, but for us to actually go on and pay your studies, you must be a manager at the under 21s. I'm like, okay, manager, what is that? Now, you must be the manager like these guys that, you manager, you make sure that everything is fine. And I thought, okay, cool. But I was 21, I'm like, okay, cool, I'll try that. And then I did it. And then I think that year it was Arno's that's playing now. They were playing. It was a massive team. I mean, Peke always had good players. Then I became a manager there. And then, to be honest with you, after the season, I thought, this is not for me, man. It's not for me. Then I think it was in the season. Then I told him, I can't really do. You save him idea. Khan off and then coach under 21s. That time, the under 21s at the Paka, it was Bower and them. It was a difficult group, but the under 21 Paka B team has never won the league where they played UJ and those things. And I was 21 and I went there, and I think 22. I went there. Reno Rast, that's now the sports scientist at Bozai. He was playing in that team. So I went there and he was a scrum half. And then the first day I had my session, I realized there's something I didn't know about myself. Because these guys are almost my age, and it was playing except the courses, we were staying in hostels, and then they could listen to me. And to be honest with you, I was like, wow. So then throughout the season, we won 35 games. I'm not lying to you. I think we played 35 games that year, and I didn't lose one game, and we won the league for the first time, I think, in 10 years. And then people were like, okay. Then the following year, I went down to the under 19. That's when Lucian and them were 19 playing Currie Cup. So I went to the 19s to coach the under 19 B side, and the A side was coached by Andre Trudeau. And as I'm doing the job, and now all of a sudden we are beating, I think we beat the Ethiopia, we're beating the guys, and now all of a sudden there's guys coming through the system, and these guys are wondering if Andre's got an injury, there's the next man in. And then I went to win with that under 19. I went to win the league, the Peke League. So then the pressure became too much. I mean, then I had to move up to the Currie Cup, I think, at Leopard. But before then, I left to Boys High. There was a school there, purchased from Boys High, where I went there to be a house father, and I became a coach of the under 14s. Now, in my under 14 side, interesting, I had kids that didn't know where's the try line, I had to coach kids rugby. It was so beautiful that when they were 16, I'm not lying to you there, I went to beat Kez, I went to beat Saints, I went to beat schools in Joburg. I went to Marensky, and this was a completely a team of color. So it was boys that could not, it was boys that could never play. but I was a house father there because I wanted to move out of the rugby house and just to go and do something. So then it went on and on and on. For example, then I went back to the Pekka. Then I coached Curry Cup at the Pekka, where I started developing, you know, the likes of Sylvian Mahuza that he made. I mean, Sylvian was a wing. And then I said to him, listen, you're going to play 13. He's like, coachy, no way. I'm like, trust me. You played one game, I promise you. We played one game against Sharks. But I knew that Justin Geduld is going to make South Africa under 20, but he's a similar player. So when he played that game against Sharks, we won. I remember we won. And then he was pulled up into the S under 20. Very good rugby player. Reno Smith, Obi Luther, it was Marna Stuck, and it was those kind of boys. Beautiful side. And Obi made S under 20, and it went on and on. I mean, Reno Smith, the list goes on and on. Then I found myself being a head coach of the under 19 Curry Cup in Poch. The pressure was too much, my brother, to be honest. Sometimes that's the whole thing. Pressure becomes too much. Did I ever dream of maybe coaching where I am? No. I believe I'm just being used in the system by, I just do. It's for me, it's a calling, man. People will ask me, what is your favorite team? What did you dream of coaching? I said, not necessarily that I dream. I just find myself in a place where if God has to send me to, for example, I'm just saying to Fort Hare, I will go there. I'm never attached to all these other things. You know, that's why, you know, if you look, why would this guy go here why would you go to from a pro rugby union and maybe, for example, and go into a Varsity Cup where I went to CUT? I think those were the best times of, the most challenging and best times of coaching was there. I went to a dark hole, and people say, are you crazy? You know, I've lost friends that are maybe sometimes are agents or whoever, lost them because you're not the business anymore. Yeah. You know, but the honest truth is, I did dream about it. I had a thing that said, go there. Not once did I ever thought we're gonna be relegated. I've never thought like that. I just went to help certain, and then when I was there were certain kids that came back into the radar. Maybe when after that I realized maybe my job is done and I need to move. But where to? I don't know. But because, and I don't plan these things. That's what I'm saying. I find myself at because what did I go do there? Same thing. I had to go there and teach the tennis battle. I had to go there. And remember, if you watch Curry Cup last year, we beat Sharks in Kimberley. It was a tennis battle. We beat the Vietnam. It was a tennis battle. If you go look at that, how those players started being aware of the spaces, the three things: pressure, how to remove the pressure, how to move it, and when to consolidate. Those are the three things you need to understand when you get into a tennis. So if you get into tennis, you need to know that, you know. So the smart oak, the one that thinks gonna be smart early, or you're gonna be smart quick, you're gonna lose the game. You need to have patience. Watch the game on Monday. When Tom gave the ball, I gave it back. And I say, you do something. And he gives it. Now I need to know how to consolidate with that. So the journey became like that. So then the motivation for me to people out there is the fact that, you know what, just do your thing, man. I mean, you know what, people will always be people, man. You just need to do your thing. And if you have a gift, I don't think anybody can take it away, man. It's just how it is, you know. And obviously, I said to the boys today, we lost this Monday, but they will understand on the hindsight. Some things you'll understand when you look back. I mean, I look at Lucian today. He's a great man now. I mean, he's doing his thing. And under 19, we needed to contribute. Maybe that was a small part a person needs to contribute for the type of man that he is. So sometimes the coaching that we are doing is not just coaching to become a Springbok. Some kids will never make it. Some kids will make it. But it's to coach them to be better man. One day, when I meet you and you say, there's a coffee for you, I'm like, how are you doing? Hey, coach, here's my wife. Oh, really, married? Yes. The values and the principles that you put in place, man, you know, and to change lives. I mean, if you can touch lives and change lives, that's the thing for me. That's the best thing for me. Then coaching comes. Yeah, we coach to win. We coach to be the best. All those things, you know. But there's two things. You can play in a team that is winning, but it was never family. You can play in a team that is losing, but it's family. which is what, which is which. So it's business. End of the day, understand it's business, but to get the middle of the business would be nice. To have a proper business which is happy, a family, and you win. That's proper for me.
So Malusi,
So
just
the guys out there.
I think it's your journey, your passion, and obviously very analytical and very detailed. And I think that is really inspirational to a lot of people out there because look where you started and never too young. Anissa, just for you, getting into the space, getting into coaching, people say, los die besigheid, dis tough, of is dit maklik? Hoe is dit daar buite, die barriers, what barriers are you facing because you've broken a lot of barriers, but what is it and how do you find your day-to-day journey in coaching?
Right in the beginning, it was tough. I'm not sure if it was more tough then than it is now. I had one uncle, let's call him my uncle, because he was my dad's age. Walked past me on the field and he asked me, "What are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be in the kitchen?"
Sure.
I looked at him and I didn't say anything back because I was so shocked at his comment. I mean, he's a teacher. He's supposed to be educating pupils, encouraging them to break barriers, but yet he's here asking me, what am I doing on the field? I think as you move up in the ranks, people start to doubt you. That's when you need to start showing confidence in yourself and in your ability and what you can do. There will always be people saying that you can't do things or they don't believe in you. It's because they don't know you. They don't know what your abilities are, but you know what your abilities are and you know what your knowledge is. A lot of people think I just popped up on the scene. I didn't. I've been involved in rugby since high school. I think it was grade 6, I wanted to start playing. Obviously, my parents said no.
Yeah.
There was no girls teams. There was no talk of girls teams way back then.
Just quickly in terms of that, a guy like Labib Levy, what role has he played in your journey?
Yeah, so he's played a big role. I met him back in 2012 when I was still playing touchies. We got a Thai bus on the side of the road. The guy that was driving us, he was one of the boys' dads. He was a policeman, so he arranged that they got us to the field just in time to register. Shouldn't probably be saying this on the live. But Labib offered for his team to play in our place.
Yeah.
And that's when I met him for the first time. And then from there we just grew.
So yeah, I think it's really just a journey, and I mean there was a picture to say I know only pictures Lodi, but where you won the trophy last year and Labib was actually and I'm gonna send it to you and then you can maybe just pop it up. So yeah, just in terms of that, and how important is mentorship? Because a lot of people will tell you Kombuis as your name. How important is as you know? How important is it just for leadership and mentorship in that space?
Yeah, so Labib is one of the many people who believed in me way back when. We had in-depth talks about the coaching journey and everything. He even allowed me to coach his 7th team, the Amazing Galaxy Warriors.
Yeah.
I think it's 20.
That's rugby team.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a 7th team as well. We entered into the Chisholm Colby 7s. I think we won that tournament, if I'm not mistaken.
Sure.
I was coaching alongside Shoaib Samai.
Bomsamai,
Yeah,
say vir die mense
Bom.
Bomsamai.
So he was the head coach, and obviously I was assisting him. So that's basically where the journey started, and it moved on from there. I had talks with our Pip. He told me if you want people to take you seriously, you need to start doing your levels.
Wow.
You can trust in me. So just call me whenever you're lonely. I'll be your friend, I could be your home. Say what you want, then you should make me your girl.
Ja, hy is baie gevaarlik.
JP het begin by die boksmaat.
Foe.
Maak seker jy het jou boksmaat eers gedoen. As manne. Wat nog is 'n boksmaat hier buite het die coach Molus. Thank you for that, Anisha. incredible story. Coach Maloes,
You can trust in me.
van Anita wat ook is.
So ja, daai
So just call me whenever you're lonely. I'll be your friend, I could be your home. Tell me what you want, then you should make me your.
dit hier nie. So that's a celebration and what it brought to the girls.
Yeah, awesome stuff, Anisa. I think you can answer the next question. Coach, ons het hier nog baie lang tyd. Ek wil ook nie vir coach lank opbou nie, is al laat. Ek weet dat raak koud daar in Bloem in die aande en coach Coach Maloes werk nou weer saam met coach Andre. Coach Maloes het saam met coach Andre gewerk terug 2010, 2011, daai jare by die Pik. Laas jaar het julle teen mekaar afgerig CUT teen Shimlas. Hierdie jaar werk julle saam vir die afrigters hier buite. Hoe belangrik is dit om 'n goeie span van afrigters rondom jou te hê, manne wat mekaar back, manne wat mekaar trust en ouens wat jy kan vertrou, coach Maloes?
No, Lucy, 100%. You're correct. I mean, I've been in systems, man, where you end up just doing the job, and it's not supposed to be like that. You know, I believe coaching is way deeper than just doing the job, coming into the job where you don't care. No, you know, and one of my principles will be that if I cannot change lives, brother, then I'm out, bro. That's one of the things, because I don't see the value of being in a system if I can't change lives. So if you're working with people, especially in coaching, you need to actually trust. You need to know they've got your back, and you need to know that they believe in what you're doing. Because for me, coaching is very nice and simple, Lucian, and everybody out there, is that if you tell me that we're gonna play this way, and I believe in it and I support you. Remember, I might have my own mindset, I might have my own, but then I stop learning. So when I was at Griquas, when I was at Cheetahs, I took my things I put away and I started learning. Now I'm at here with Andre and I'm learning. I'm like, okay, I think there's some things maybe I would have done it differently, but let me give it a chance and see why it's done like that. So it's not just my way or the highway. And that is why, for me, I have always said this thing. It takes a special man to be an assistant coach.
Sure.
It takes a special guy.
Sure. Sê, wag.
So everybody thinks.
Nee, wag. Ons moet hy in bold, in hoofletters, ons moet dit op 'n T-shirt plak. Ons moet net hy moment net geweer. Hy kan nie net so inslide nie. It takes what? Kan ons net geweer hy rephrase asseblief, baie belangrik.
It takes a special man or woman to be an assistant coach. Not everybody can do it. Everybody think they can do it. And that's why people work behind each other. And because you need to understand one thing. If I'm assisting you, Lucian, I need to say, I not necessarily like to grade myself, but I want to see you shining. And one day I will tell you heavy stories. Why I've came to Shimlas, why I've been to wherever I was. Just to help other people to be something. If I can contribute. And without maybe me expecting something, because a human being is a funny thing, right? They don't have to say thank you, but it's okay.
Sure. Net gou vinnig, like in concluding, the journey, the process, Varsity Cup for you, Anisa, and then Malusia, I'm going to go over to you in terms of the week and what's up. For you, where are you guys at? When is the tournament starting? How's the vibe in the camp?
Our first game is on the 22nd of March. It's an away game against UJ.
Okay. Like a Joburg too?
Yep. I think it's some of the girls' first time flying.
Yeah. Hulle Peterson sal julle kos hierdie laas.
You better. And then our second game is on the 12th of April. It's a home game against 40. So please come out in numbers to support the ladies.
And what days is it of the week?
We play on Friday.
Okay.
Yep. Nice day. To end of the week.
Yeah.
A nice game to end of your day. Your week.
So UJ 4 day.
And then it goes straight to semis-finals.
Okay. So net daai 2 games en dan okay, interessant. So die ander spanne te speel hulle teen mekaar.
Yes.
Okay.
So in 2 different pools.
Quality. Coach Malusi, first week is done. What's up next? What's happening? Vibe in the camp? Okay, ek sien Okkie skrams nou en dan die manne daar so. Wat is die planne? Hoe lyk die dinge? Wat speel hulle nou volgende?
Yeah, yeah, he's a champ. Where obviously he was coached by you, brother, but he's a champ, eh? Yeah, ons speel nou UJ Maandag. I mean, you know what? The camp is really great, man. The vibe is good. I said to the boys, listen, boys, we ran out of time, Japes. We ran out of time, and that's what I said to the boys. We did it. We scored 5 tries. They scored 3 tries, and we lose the game.
Wow.
We get almost plus minus 24 penalties, which is our fault. So what are we supposed to learn on Monday? I said to the boys, listen here, let's not come here and say this and that, the ref this. No, what are we supposed to learn? What have you learned? That if you want to play championship rugby, if you want to play that game in a final, you're gonna be disciplined enough. You have to step out of, you have to roll away from the contact areas after making a tackle. You have to have the height that we're talking about, that must be in place. You have to sack properly. So all those things that we actually encountered on Monday is things that were supposed to happen, but you'll only understand those things on the hindsight. And I said to them, I'll tell you one day that this was the hindsight I was talking about. So we're playing UJ Monday. The camp is great. I mean, the boys understand. You lose some, you win some. What are you supposed to learn when you're losing? You know, don't just say we were bad, because that's my big problem in rugby. When you lose, people say we were bad today. You were never bad. You just played against people that didn't allow you to do what you have to do. And you give credit. And you learn something. But if you say you're bad, you stop learning.
Nee, ons het net gou vinnig audio uitgesoort, baie belangrik. Just quickly for the people at home, apologies for the technicalities, ons werk deur dit. Daar's 'n man wat baie op die couch gesit het, Thelo Peterson. En almal het altyd so excited geraak as Thelo chats about obviously attack and mindset. But how amazing is it, 2 great minds versing each other. Is it in Bloem of is it in Joburg?
It's in Joburg.
In Joburg, is the TV game?
Yeah, 16:45.
Guys, listen here. 16:45. On Monday night, cancel alles. Stop alles. Kyk that game. It's gonna be intense. It's gonna be quality rugby, but most importantly, quality individuals involved in both teams playing this game that we love. So ek weet hulle gaan my nou bel en vra wat het Malusi gesê? Jy het niks gesê nie. But I think the great thing is really just the spectacle that you guys are involved in this game at this level, and a lot of people to see that we can encourage attacking rugby, Lucian, because that's what it's all about. I mean, you scored 5 tries, you don't win a game. Daai se les, daai wil gedoen wees. So UJ also coming off a loss, 23-19 against CUT. So very, very interesting there.
Praat jy met my? Praat jy met my?
2 verloorspanne in die mix.
Ja, Coach Malus, het gaat baie interessant. Het gaat 'n interessante season wees hierdie Varsity Cup, Coach Malus. Ek dink die hele land se oë is weer gefestig op dit is een van die great rugby spectacles wat Suid-Afrika opgedis het. Wat kan ons verwag van die Simla span nou, Coach Malus, vorentoe vir die res van die Varsity Cup campaign?
Victory loves preparation, my brother. We've prepared well. That's all I can tell you.
There you have it. Victory loves preparation. Ek hoop hulle en Coach Jonathan Mokoena is reg vir julle. Die Simla terrein is op pad Johannesburg toe en die manne gaan sterk deurkom. Coach Malus, baie dankie vir coach se tyd vanaand en baie dankie vir coach se geduld. Ek weet ons het 'n bietjie 'n lang tydjie gevat voor ons begin het die skaak en hy goedes wil ook nog afgespeel het, weet die skaak game. Coach weet 'n bietjie chess. Coach hulle 'n bietjie chess gespeel?
Ja. Ja, nee, maar. Ek sal eers wen as ek koning kry.
en hy sê dink coach speel nou 'n bietjie skakel kan die kant. So as dit bietjie probleempies gehad, maar baie dankie weer eens coach vir coach se tyd vanaand en dat coach se tyd geneem het om saam met ons te chat en coach se geduld om te wag en te gesels. Ek bedoel, coach kon maklik gesê het, weet jy wat, die manne wat lank ek is op pad uit, ek het 'n vrou, ek het 'n kinders by die huis, you know, en ek het 'n lang dag gehad. So baie dankie coach vir coach se tyd, sterkte en voorspoed daar met coach se journey en alles wat coach gaan aanvat. Is altyd lekker om vir coach te sien in persoon eintlik, want coach Helder sommer dadelike man op as 'n mens net in coach se teenwoordigheid kom. So baie dankie vir wat coach vir die jong manne beteken. Baie dankie vir wat coach vir ons as jong manne beteken self destyds en tot nou toe. Baie kere hoor 'n manne teen mense sê nie altyd dankie nie, maar vanaand is ek hier om dankie ook te sê vir die werk wat coach insit. Coach se werk sal goeie vrugte afwerp. Dit doen al reeds al klaar en ek sê baie dankie vir coach en vir coach se werk wat coach doen.
Anissa, sorry voor ek vir jou gee. Anissa, enige vraag vir Melusi en dan gaan ons sommer een keer vir hom gee, dan kan hy afgaan. Enige vraag wat jy het, enigiets?
Sure, I've got a lot of questions.
Come on now.
I don't know where to start.
You can take my, we can be in contact. We can be in contact. It's
I
fine.
think we can be in
You don't
contact
have to worry.
because 5 minutes is not going to do it justice.
Yes.
Oh, good. Solid.
Yes, no,
quality.
100%.
Ons
We
word
can
vir
be
julle uit. Ons is die agent, ons word vir julle uit. Coachie, Melusi, ek dink ja, yes, nie om te lang tripie te gaan nie, but since the day we met, quality chats, quality rugby, always there, encouraging. Die van julle wat nie weet, die Hawies Fourie aangestel by die Bolland, né? Melusi het saam hom gecoach by Cheetahs ook. So ken hy journey. Sterkte vir jou man, sterkte vir jou. Ek weet jy sit baie in, het baie passie, loads of clips loading, laptop bars altyd, want as baie rugby op het. Maar sterkte vir jou, sterkte met die campaign. Geniet dit daarso en ons kan nie wag om te sien wat se rugby julle gaan opdissie.
Baie dankie julle. Ek waardeer dit baie. Thank you very much for the opportunity. The listeners at home, Monday 16:45 is going to be fun and the opportunity from you guys. Thank you so much. Keep on doing what you're doing. Great job. Lady, thank you so much for being with me. It was nice and we'll chat very soon. Shalom.
Peace. So ja, Coach Anissa, ons kom nou aan die einde. Ek dink ons het nou baie goedjies gesê. Hoopelik is al baie goed wat ons geleer het ook. Maar Lucian, is altyd great. Solid fotory, né? Dis altyd great om vir die mense kwaliteit te bring.
Ja, Anissa praat van kwaliteit. Sy PT se huiswerk gedoen nie. Nou soek ek gou die results man van al die vriendskaplike wedstryde. Ons weet ons is gedruk vir tyd, maar daar was definitief goeie wedstryde wat ook gespeel was die naweek. Ek sien Houston het gewen. Ek sien Caledon het gewen. Taamlik goeie wedstryde.
2 punte in Elim gewen.
Ja, so daar was regtig goeie wedstryde gewees wat die naweek gespeel was, maar alle oë natuurlik JP nou gevestig op die naweek wat voor ons lê. Anissa, ek weet nie of julle 'n vriendskaplike wedstryd speel met die dames nie, maar ek weet die naweek is dit die well sought after Overberg challenge.
Daar's vroue rugby in Hermanus.
Is daar vroue rugby? As vroue rugby
toernooi.
As 'n vroue rugby toernooi, regstreeks op GSN, dis natuurlik ja die Hawkeby Sevens. Thomas Amana, so hy wedstryde gaan regstreeks uitgesaai word Saterdag en die Sondag.
Hulle is besig aan met 'n ding. Ja, so
julle kan geskakel wees.
Overberg challenge.
Overberg challenge die naweek JP. Wat is jou JP?
Wat sê die predictions?
Ek vra die gunsteling om die NH Sports toernooi te wen die naweek. Daar's 'n 40% op Safcol, 'n 4 So die mense glo skrik vir niks die jaar. Ek lyk my sy het iets gebring. Ek weet nie wat sy is wat nie, maar daar's definitief iets in Houston in die Overberg op die oomblik JP en is lekker om te sien dat die mense weer agter skrik vir niks is. Caledon Hussel se span met 'n 11% en Bredasdorp Rangers se mens hulle sê 5% kans om hy toernooi te wen. So JP, dit lyk julle is gunstelinge vir die naweek vir die Overberg Challenge.
Ja, ek dink is 'n regtig ware groot geleentheid vir die boys. Vir my persoonlik, mense weet nie wat agter die skerms aangaan nie. So tweede week in Januarie, toe het ons 'n chat gehad en obviously ons het die journey begin. So is bietjie langer as 'n maand. So dis baie min tyd gehad wat ons gehad het om voor. Ek meen Anissa, julle verstaan tyd en prep en voorbereiding. En wat ek geleer het en ek praat altyd so met Melusi ook. Is fyn, ons los maar raai. So die ding is vir my wat 'n mens geleer het is you need to focus on minimal things. You need to focus on minimal things. Verstaan jy wat ek bedoel? So ek dink dit vir my is baie belangrik, Lucian. Ons het op minimale goeders gefokus.
Op die basics.
Basics, kultuur is baie belangrik. Jy kan maar kwaad raak. Jy kan maar net in die dak spring. Jy kan maar nou aangaan. Without culture you have nothing. Why? Because you're going to lose games. You're going to struggle. You're going to lose players. You're going to go through tough times. Dinge by die huis gaan moeilik wees. Die werk gaan moeilik wees. Allerlei tipe goed. What is going to carry you through? So dit is wat ek geleer het. Ons manne kom by plekke waar dit moeilik is. Die outie kos in die huis, die outie familie nie. Rugby is al wat hy het. Nou gaan ek op 'n ou skree en ek gaan op hom skel en dit maak nie sin. So that is my philosophy. That's my coaching philosophy, and then obviously we need to enjoy it. I need to have fun. Because as jy met 'n suur gesig veld toe gaan en jy so right, sterkte vir jou, maar nie vir my nie. I need to enjoy it, Lucian, the boys need to enjoy it. So daai is maar ons ding by Hoston. Ons het nog baie om te leer, baie om te groei. But yeah, it's all about enjoyment, en belangrikste van alles, ons moet die gemeenskap trots maak. Want daai is mense wat hulle geld spandeer om vir jou te kom kyk.
So, JP,
So dis maar waar ons is.
kan ons verwag die naweek Hoston Caledon, hy eerste wedstryd. Wat kan ons verwag van Hoston na?
Ja, so obviously vir ons, ons moet ons basiese fundamentals moet ons in plek sit. We're obviously going to be well organized. We're going to be a detailed team. En as 'n fout is, gaan ons dit uitbyt. Dis maar net hoe dit gaan werk. Because ja, ons ouens is in 'n baie goeie space. Môre aand is daar 'n squad announcement van Hoston.
Okay.
So die squad sal môre aangekondig word.
Is dit nou die Overbuck squad, die Overbuck Challenge squad?
Hoston se squad sal op die socials aangekondig word en goed soos daai. So ja, daar is ietsie vir die mense. Ek verneem die gemeenskap gaan uitkom môre aan Hoston toe. So regtig waar amazing mense, Lucian, en ja, you can feel the love.
Ja, JP, ek moet sê, jy kan definitief die liefde voel aan Anissa. As jy 'n ou is wat gereeld op die social media is in die group check en so, kan jy sien dat Hoston is definitief iets aan die gebeur. You know, die ouens is meer voor die kameras. Hulle is bereid om te praat met die gemeenskap, bereid om uit te reik. Ek sien nou hierso foto's waar die ouens by die beach is, waar die manne, you know, ander goedes doen. En as definitief 'n ander kultuur wat besig om geskep te wees daarso in Hoston. So JP, sterkte vir die naweek daarso in Caledon met die Overbuck Challenge. Soos wat jy praat, kan ek hoor, julle is reg vir die ding. You've got your eyes on the prize, man, and that's what you want. So ja, dit is dan natuurlik die Overbuck Challenge wat die naweek gaan gespeel word. Die Boland Cavaliers speel ook die naweek teen Griquas. Dit gaan in Saldanha Bay wees. As ek praat ek onder korreksie, die Supercup, het dit sy conclusion gehad die naweek, of speel ons nog 'n ronde die naweek?
Nee, daar is nog iets. Ons gaan uitgaan as die show klaar is, gaan ons die highlights, ons gaan klam met die highlights. So daar is 'n highlights package vir obviously St. George's het gespeel.
Ja.
Rangers het gespeel, Verenigburg het gespeel en Derby het gespeel. So daar is 'n highlights package basis van dit. Maar ja, so daar is nog rugby aan die gang. Ons baie rugby as 'n golfdag ook wat gaan opkom. Golfdag is ook aan die gang. So kyk maar die socials. Dis maar die ding. Ek dink tye het aanbeweeg het, maar die socials moet dophou. As baie goed wat daar gebeur, Lucian.
Ja. So met dit het ons amptelik tot 'n gevolgtrekking gekom van die setpiece. Anissa, baie dankie dat jy vir ons gejoin het vanaand. Dit was awesome geweest. Ek dink dit was die eerste keer wat ons 'n dame op die show gehad het.
Ja, dit was geskiedenis.
Dit was geskiedenis wat gemaak was, Anissa. Enige boodskap van jou kant af vir die mense natuurlik wat by die huis kyk. Jy het vir hulle gesê hulle moet uitkom. Maar wat is jou boodskap dalk vir 'n jong vroue coach of 'n jong dame wat wil rugby speel, wat dit wil pursue, en dan net 'n algemene woord van jou kant af?
Ek wil net sê baie dankie dat julle my gehad het hier vanaand. And then while we're on the topic, ons speel môre ons eerste friendly teen Maties, 7 o'clock at Maties. So please come out and support. I know it's a friendly, but we appreciate the support. For any girls that want to play, Western Province is busy. I think they're busy with the schools for the girls under 18s. But 18 and above, there's club rugby. Find out from your clubs. There's lots of clubs starting ladies teams. I know Brackenfell has, Valsbaai has, East River, Elsie's Rivier.
Ja, dat is
Sure, there's a lot.
Dat is baie spanne.
Yeah,
daar buite.
Langa, Busy Bees,
Yeah.
Blue Jets.
Yeah.
What's the other teams?
Yeah,
There's a few. There's a few
that's
teams.
baie,
Just find
that's
out in your area. Ask the girls that are playing currently where they play.
Ja, dis dit. Enigiets van jou kant af?
Ja, JP wil jy vir ons jou laaste woord sê en dan gaan ek die bus gaan pak, die sleutels uittrek en dan vir ons huis toe vat vanaf my maat.
Ja, ek dink net vir my a lot of times we get so consumed with life. En dinge raak so besig en ons is all over the show en dit raak baie woes. Maar ek dink die belangrikste ding is as I'm sitting here, I'm influencing people. We are influencing people. So maak seker jy's 'n goeie invloed vir mense daar buite. Van jy het 'n keuse hoe jy mense wil invloed. So van my kant af, always make sure you have a positive influence on people. Moenie mense afbreek nie. Ja, so dis van my kant af, Lucian.
Daai was John Paul Kellerman gewees. Always have a positive influence out there, man. Ek sê vir die manne altyd, JP, nou kom ons wees 'n wapen van lig, man. You know, never mind wat aangaan nie, never mind wat gebeur het. Jy kan nog steeds besluit hoe jy wil optree in enige situasie. So ja, ek wil net dankie sê vir een en elk wat ingetune het vanaand saam met ons. Jayar, Mario, al die Newtons manne, al die skrik vir niks manne, al die Kallies manne. Ons weet ons het mense reg oor die wêreld wat ingetune is. Ons het die skaakmanne wat ek nog hier so het, Coach Ashley, Shirley, sê baie dankie vir Rion, die kok wat agter die kameras is, sowel as natuurlik vir Heinrich Pynchuk van Behind the Lens. Die manne is regtig eisters, die manne doen fenominale werk. Hulle lag nou hier so vir hoe ek hulle van sê, maar dis maar jou right dinge. En nou sê baie dankie vir John Paul Kellerman, sowel as vir Anisha Adam vir hulle tyd hierso wat hulle afgestaan het om lekker rugby te kon gesels. Ons sê dankie vir ons borge natuurlik ID Consultant en G Sportswear vir julle insette. En natuurlik daar's altyd geleenthede om vir ons te borg. Altyd geleenthede om vir ons van julle hulpbronne gebruik te maak. Maak gebruik van ons. Ek sê vir ons, maak gebruik van my terwyl ek nog hierso is. Ons wil julle brand nou hoër hoogtes toe vat. Ons wil na julle klubs toe kom. Ons wil julle kom uitsaai. Ons wil julle rugby na die hoër vlak toe wat ons doen enige sport man. Dit is Global Sports Network. Ons doen skaak, ons doen sokker, ons doen netbal, ons doen rugby. Dit is nie meer net Club Rugby Live nie. Dit is Global Sports Network. Kom ons wees 'n lig daar buite. Tot ons mekaar weer ontmoet. Die Here seën, hy sorg, hy lei en hy beskerm. God bless.
Here comes Daniels. St. George's opportunity. Adwa, he has to catch it. This will be sensational in the corner. Definitely 5 points written all over it. St. George's stretch their lead. Flanker, Alvino Anthony. Daniels. Well, no one wants the ball, but it looks like it's the big man. He has to run. That is a phenomenal try. That try is dedicated to those. They've got numbers on the other side. If they can just let the ball go wide and straighten. Go away. Here comes Conradi. The ball to Amerjean. As easy as you like. Amerjean. Super clean. Lekker. Swiss. A cracker. Here comes Junaid Phillips. Straight to the try scorer. Here we go. Is Robbenheimer. Oh my word. As easy as you like.
Weer 'n sterk skrum, maar net draai bietjie die skrum. Mooi skouer ingekry. Clive Malgas wat sy binne buite het die ondersteuning speel binne toe. Pragtig gedoen daar deur Clive Malgas en is Derby Hause die tweede wat daar onder die pa.
April, great variation from Rangers. Sucking in that more. Great awareness from the forward pack. Ever gaining momentum now. St. George's must just make sure not to come in from the side, and the ref has his arm out. It looks like they're over for the 5 points in. Rangers need to show some PMT right now. Here, come on, the attacker, the substitute, the big man, Emil Janssen. Talk about pace, talk about brutality.